Going to show you Faster Woo Widgets. I'm going to show you how bad the normal WooCommerce widgets are. And to show you that, I've installed their product categories widget and their price filter widget. Okay, I've disabled infinite scroll so you can see, so we can scroll down the page. But here is the category widget. Okay, now the bad thing about this, what it's doing is it's pulling all rows from your database into PHP in order to generate the category widget. Okay, now why that matters is that if you look up here at the top, you see, well, yeah, so obviously 25 seconds is bad, but you have 650 meg of RAM has been used to generate this page. That is awful. Okay, basically what that affects is the number of simultaneous users that you can have in your site. That's a function of how much RAM your scripts use and how long each script takes to run. Yeah, so if you've got a 1 gig server, I mean, you could, first of all, that's not going to run on most servers because they'll have a max script timeout, a max script RAM usage of 128 meg probably, maybe even like 16 meg or 64 meg. But I've found through, it's a 4 gig server, but I've changed it to have like a 2 gig script limit because I know how bad WooCommerce is, or their default widgets. So anyway, with that, you're going to be able to have maybe 2 simultaneous users on your site. So if that it sounds good to you, then but also it's taken 25 seconds to generate. Now the parts that have taken a while, I mean that's 5 seconds for that query, right? But then you've got processing all of this in PHP, which is obviously using up CPU time. And then you have the price filter widget here, it's just taking up 10 seconds on this page. Okay. Now if I disable these, if I delete these, then I'll refresh that books page. I think because there's this other part here, yeah, so I've got another join to happen. I think I've got a scalability pro setting missing. Yeah, 6 seconds. Alright, I did that one. Okay, so Scalability Pro, there's a separate video showing you all this stuff, all these options. Check it out. Especially look at the performance plugin pack because Scalability Pro and Faster Woo Widgets are part of the same pack, and you can get them both together. When I enable that options, you see that we now have super fast speed, 0.43 seconds. I should have showed you, but yeah. So Scalability Pro can't help you with the Faster Woo widget, with the vanilla WooCommerce widgets. Okay, it doesn't fix that price filter. It doesn't fix the stupid categories loading everything from your database into PHP. But you see the RAM usage is down now to 11 meg. The query time, if we go to queries by color, we can see, I mean, everything's fast. You know, there's no slow database there at all. But that's the kind of speed that you get with the Faster Woo widgets. Now the widgets themselves, it's these here. This is a category widget. You see it's got all the product counts in there. We use something called micro caching. So what that means is that when these counts are from the top level, baking books and stuff, when they're calculated, then it means that if you go into a child category, that those counts don't need to be redone. We also have, you can see a little color widget. That's an attribute filter and a price filter. Now the price filter is static. I've got a solution coming. I'm down to like 5 seconds, I think it is, in development, which is still too slow for me to release this, to make this dynamic. But I personally don't think that your users are going to care if your price isn't dynamic. I think you just set a price range. And anyway, I'll show you what the options are in Faster Woo Widgets at the back end, and then we'll be done. Okay, so here is the category widget. You can give it a title. You can also choose text, so that lets you customize this little label, the default label that comes up. You can choose it to display as a list, a label, or a drop down. A label would be, let me go on to dog food. Yeah, labels they look like these, so they go across the screen. You can choose whether you want to show the current hierarchy or the full hierarchy. I'm on the full at the moment. I also have this option to show the top level or the children. Now that can be useful if you want to do something like have 2 category widgets. You can have one that's the top level as a drop down and the other one that's the children as a drop down or a list. And then what I would do if I was doing that is I would set the top level one, I would set it to reset filters when it changes. That means, so if somebody's on blue dog toys and then you switch to dog beds, then if you've got it set to reset here, then blue is removed as a filter, whereas if you set it to don't reset, then it would be looking at blue dog beds. Okay, and then you've got the final option of showing or hiding the product counts. But that would be an option for your top level and children, is I'd probably set that to reset and set children to not reset. And then that would mean that the product counts for the children would be reflecting what your current filter settings are set to. Okay, and then here's the attributes filter. Same kind of thing, you get a title, you can change the text of the drop down, pick the attribute, and then display type, and you get a few extra options here. You can do a list, you can do it in this theme we're using, it shows a checkbox list by default, so if you choose checkbox list then you end up with 2 checkboxes, which is a bit weird, so just be aware of that. You can do drop down, you can do label, and you can do color. And when you enable color, what it does is it goes through all the attributes for all the values for that attribute, brings them up here, and then gives you a color selector. So you just have to match them up. I'm colorblind, so I'm not 100% sure these things are accurate. But also, these filters are not, the actual attributes are not really that accurate in my database. I'm optimizing that in the future. Then you have the option as well to expand or narrow the results. Okay. Now what that means is if I select blue here, and so you see it's probably not really blue stuff, but if I then was to select, why does it say border, whatever, white, I don't know if that's white, whatever, then that is showing you stuff that's blue or white, whereas if you change it to narrow the results, then it will show you stuff that's blue and white. And then if you choose not to allow multiple selections, then when you change one, it will remove the other filter. And that's it. Come and visit over at WP Intense. We've got this is part of the performance plugin pack. There's 4 plugins included in that. So come and check them out. You can get, we're talking on average 290 milliseconds page speed on a 1 million product store, and that performance is easy to achieve.